All right, welcome into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Here we go. Let's see how things are. We're open up. We've been open an hour and 15 minutes. Let's bring up a corn board and see if that's gotten any better, because it was kind of stinky the last time we checked. Bringing up corn and see if is it frozen here? No, yeah, we did freeze. Yeah, we're going to try that again. Okay, it says system failed, and that means it's probably talking to me. There we go. 5 3/4 cents lower in July. 4.56 3/4 is last, and it's also the low of the day. So that's not good, is it? It's about 9 cents, 8.5 cents off the high. Dees, the new crop, 5.5 cents lower there to 481.5, and again we're on the lows, and the high is about 8 cents ago. All right, so let's move along. That's no bueno. This one I don't like either, because I can tell by corn that we're going to have a Novi crop that's, yeah, we do below 12. July's down 2 3/4 cents to 12.10 3/4. That's 3 ticks off the low of the day there. 8 cents off the highs. Go to the new crop Nov. $12 is in the review right now. It could change, but 11.95.5 is last. We're down 5.5 cents. And that's the new low of the day and about 9 cents off the highs. Moving along to the Chicago wheat market. That's 4 cents lower. This is not a good day here, folks. 4 cents lower in the July wheat. 661 3/4 is last, and that's about a penny and a half off the low there. And look, 20 cents off the highs. You got a Dees board that's down 3 1/4 cents there to 706 1/4. That's a 1 1/4 cents off the low, and that too is about 18 cents off the highs. So, giving back any gains we had earlier when we talk about that wheat. Hard red in Kansas City, that's still higher by 2 1/4 cents. July stands at 677 1/4. You go out to the Dees, that's up 2 cents to 711.5. 3.5 cents off the low, and 13 cents off the highs. That'll give you an idea about where we sit in that range. How about the spring wheat in Minneapolis? 3/4 cent lower there in that July board. 726 1/4 last, a penny and a half off the lows, and about 15 cents off the highs. No, that's 25 cents. Sorry, folks. Wow. No, it's not 15 cents. There we go. My math is bad. Too much coffee. Dees, that's up 1.5 cents. 7.50, 3 cents off the lows, 11 cents from the highs. Finally, cotton. What's going on there? We were a little bit better, 49 points better to 75.90 in the July. We're 59 points better to the Dees, 74.88 last there. Let's bring him in. That's Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge in Chicago. Ted, thanks for being on, brother.
Always a pleasure. How's it going, buddy?
All right. I mean, I don't know. It's not as buoyant as it was earlier today. So, I mean, that's the old song from Paul Simon, "Slip Sliding Away." That's what it kind of feels like. What are your thoughts?
Corn's given back all the gains that we've had from Friday's surprisingly less than bearish expectations report. And that's not a good look. We are testing the 100-day and the 20-day moving average right now as we speak. This is very key support for corn. It needs to hold here to keep this shallow uptrend intact. If it doesn't, we're looking at 440 pretty quickly in the July. So, yeah, not great. And it's not really coming from export sales. They weren't fantastic. They're not quite what we had been seeing 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, but they're still pretty good sales. So that's not really what's doing it. It's certainly a weather market. You've got a lot of movement happening right now in some areas. And yeah, corn has just been the one that's been sort of the anchor on everything. Because like you said, soybeans and wheat really tried to be higher here for a while. But as soon as we opened, they gave back a lot of the gains. And now soybeans are, flirting with new lows right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, the bullish and the bearish news is known, right? We know what's up. I mean, I would say that are we going to just wish our wives? Are we going to wish our lives away now looking at this weather?
Look, the thing about delayed planting rallies is that could be your biggest weather rally of the season. The reason for that, and the reason for the delayed planting, is moisture, right? So when we look at drought monitors and subsoil moisture, it's really very good compared to where we've been in previous years. So if we do get this crop in, and I think we likely will, I mean, if we got it in 19, we're probably going to get it in this year. So if we get the acres in, well, it's going to be starting into some really good moisture. And yeah, we could say that a 181 national average yield is a little bit high. But you're also going to say that some dryness later in the season is going to be, well, maybe not a big problem because of the subsoil moisture profile. So, again, if it's going to happen, I feel like it's got to be now.
And then now that we've met a lot of that selling with some on-farm storage, it'll be interesting to see if there's another opportunity to let some stuff go. But I feel exactly what you're saying. Stay right there, though. We got to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. He's in Chicago. We're in Nashville. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. This is where we talk about the livestock. If I bring up a livestock board, that would be nice too. We have something to look at, right? Instead of me. Let's take a look at live cattle. That's up $1.32. Got a little bit of a rally here, folks. This is good. 179.57's last there, and that's not too far off the highs. 27 cents off the highs, so that's or 22 cents off the highs. Sorry. October is up $1.27 to 180.97. So that's another good board. That's only 22 cents off the highs there. So live cattle strong as we speak. Moving to the feeders to see if they can put some stuff on the board, and they are. $2.52 higher there in August. 258.40 is last there, and that's 30 cents off the highs. And we've had a $3 range, so that's legit, folks. We can say that that's just not some monkeying around. October's up $2.22 to 259.90, and that too is only 30 cents off the high, and we've had a decent range over there as well. Let's bring them back in. Well, no, let's go to the hogs. I don't want to skip those. I love bacon. Let's bring the hogs up there and see what we got going on. Hogs are 37 cents higher there. I was getting excited because those boards were so good, Ted. 97.87's last in June, and that's only about to one tick off the high of the day. That's good too. October's up 27 cents to 84.85. All right, now let's bring them in after we had our bacon fix. Those are good cattle numbers.
Yeah. No, as you should be excited, especially being the cow guy, right? I mean, these are the highest numbers that we've seen since April 1st, the highest price level in August fat cattle that we've seen since April 1st. And that is when we had the, surprise avian flu in dairy cows. So that's impressive. This is kind of a breakout to the upside on a chart. It is led by the feeder cattle. As you know, we like to say feeders are the leaders. And so for the fact that the feeders are leading way to the upside, it looks really quite good. It's all been driven by renewed optimism on demand, specifically domestic demand. Box beef prices have been really on fire. Really, again, the strongest that we've seen since early April. So as long as that keeps up, that's improving Packers margins and probably allowing for some higher cash trade. So the board really likes that. And again, we've seen some strength, and it's been good follow through. It's been a really good week. Last Friday, we almost looked like we were going to break out to the downside and then reversed off that. And then really every day this week, we've been following through to the upside. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain. Again, you're right. And we'll see how it holds up. But, they're a little bit heavier, but we don't have as many, but we do have bigger ones, right? And so that's what everybody's talking about that as well. Thank you very much, Ted. That's always great stuff to have you on. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge in Chicago.